doing that. Stop doing that.
There. Okay, good.
My line's getting shorter. Yours is getting longer. What's going on over there?
People like me more. They like my no-nonsense attitude.
No. They know that you give away money.
Hey, last time this guy gave me a hundo.
Whoops.
I'm trying to give a horseradish to someone.
Why would you do that? Are you trying to get them to hate you?
No, they asked for one.
Oh, they did? Why would
They
anyone
gave
ask
me a
for a
quest.
horseradish?
They're making a soup.
Ah, really nasty soup.
All right, hold on here. What do you have something
I
against
don't like
horseradish?
horseradish.
I feel like this is a personal grudge against horseradish.
Specifically, yes.
All right, I guess I'm just going to bed.
What did it ever do to you, huh?
What did horseradish
hurt
do to
me
you?
once. I was hurt once by horseradish.
No, it was a horse named Radish.
Yeah, exactly. I got kicked in the head.
That explains so much.
Hey, are you trying to insinuate something?
I'm not insinuating, I'm flat out saying it.
I see. Well, I can't be upset about that then.
Are you kidding me? You went right over the hole.
The hole rejected you on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know a lot about rejection.
We know.
Oh my.
She's so rude when she plays golf. I mean, it's supposed to be a, gentlemanly game, but no.
You're mean, guys. Okay.
I'm mean. You're the one who just went, we know. Thanks.
Well, we've known you a long time, man.
The game locked up again.
Oh, crud, I did not time it right at all. Okay. The game feels bad for me because I don't have friends to play golf with your friends with. I just have these two that take some real interesting enjoyment out of insulting me. My feelings to them are like bubble wrap. It's meant to be popped.
Bubble wrap?
Where?
But that's
Where
fun.
are you going?
Does he ever listen to what I say at all?
I know.
I mean, honestly, it's like I'm talking to a brick wall sometimes. Except for a brick wall is better at listening without interrupting.
I think I might have missed out on a very critical part of this conversation.
I said, I'm stuck playing with these two who my feelings are like bubble wrap to. It's meant to be popped. And you go, yeah, but bubble wrap's fun. I'm glad to hear you don't get that much enjoyment out of popping my feelings, but still.
Sorry. Trying to get the game to work.
That excuse isn't valid all the time, okay?
It's definitely a major distraction currently.
Oh.
Headed to second floor.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
Suspect is unconscious. Suspect is now been apprehended.
I'm just trying to restock as quickly
You know, we
as
still didn't
possible.
get the lighting fixture.
Nope, we did not.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Oh,
Until there
but
isn't.
I like working in the dark. It keeps me awake and fumbling.
Oh, I gotta get the pasta. It's outside. Let's go. Move.
Okay.
Move your ass.
We need
People.
street lights at the very least. We should talk to the city about this because it's
No,
getting
they'll
way
increase our
dark.
taxes. They will increase our taxes. I will not... I'm not paying for people's lighting.
Yeah, if I don't want to have to pay to supply it myself.
I'm not paying for it in my own
no.
store. Why would I pay for it to light the streets?
Okay, I'm gonna just call the electrician. We'll get this figured out.
I mean, who cares if that mugger mugs that old lady as long as they buy their groceries here?
I see how it is.
As long as the money ends up in my till, who cares?
Seriously.
Well, now I know
Right.
what I need to do. I need to make enough money to become Batman.
Oh, is that what you need? You want to be
Yes,
Batman?
because obviously
That
the
works.
city needs me.
It needs you, huh?
Yes, it needs me. Like any town needs a man wearing a cape who's probably gonna get himself
I'm wearing
killed.
their underwear on the wrong side.
It's an aesthetic choice.
It's an aesthetic choice, you mean? Here! Ugh. Oh, I got sand on it. Dirty sand at that.
That's okay.
Oh,
Why did you do that? I mean, he was annoying, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he deserved that. Josh Neb, I would like to point out that Cat is just absolutely beating us. Yeah, that great showing there, Josh Neb. Great showing.
what did you do?
He drowned!
Dead.
Well, you guys do realize that we might need more iron. Yeah, the more concerning thing is the fact that you have nothing, because you died. And bear in mind, at least here you can get your stuff back easily.
Yeah,
Later
I'm going to my
on, that's
spot.
not going to be a thing with Vault Hunters, unless you're willing to pay an outrageous amount of money to do so. Use your fist of justice!
Come on. No. I need someone to come and help me kill this. I died again. I can't do this.
Alright,
Can you get me?
the reserves are coming in. Alright, where's your
Oh my
location?
God. Well, look for it on the map. That's where my body is.
We don't see what you see on the map. Oh,
I'm dead.
boy.
Oh, come on. No. Stop it. Oh, I'm dead. All right. Come on. Did you just fix stuff?
Yes, he did.
Did you just die again? You're as bad as me.
You guys
That's
are
what I'm thinking.
both putting in stellar performances here. I clearly assembled a crack team of vault hunting experts.
Did you just die?
Yes, he did.
Oh God, they just cornered me and a bed. You're out. Darn it. Nice try though. Did you just explode?
Put down a chest. Not a chest of bed.
I did warn you about that. Sometimes I forget who I am, and yeah, that becomes a problem in this.
That's okay. You're the robot friend.
I am the robot. Josh Neb, I got some
Yes.
bad news. I got crabs.
You have crabs?
I have crabs.
Me too.
Oh, great.
Hello, friends.
I got crabs again.
I should have a... Oh, I need to find out if I can take a bird.
Yeah, there you go.
Hee hee.
So yeah, you got the bird, I got crabs.
Nice.
Here I find myself once again on a beach with crabs. Load a crab into my gun because the crab's currently loaded in the auto gun. Whatever that thing fires at it's
whoops.
yeah, it's gonna get interesting
Face
there.
full of crabs.
I can, as I need up to 9, so, darn, I can't even get potatoes. Alright, we're
You
going
can't even
parsnips.
afford the cheapest
Oh,
food there
jazz
is.
seeds.
Potatoes.
Jazz seeds are typically good. I can't even afford a potato. Stupid potato.
Perhaps I do not do so well with this vegetable.
Okay, good day everyone and welcome back to Motor Town. Had a couple of little funny issues we had to work out there, but everything seems to be working, which is a nice feeling. Seems to be a game audio balance
Footprints. What am I saying? Footsteps are way too loud. Let's adjust that like so. Alright, how's that? That's still pretty up there, but it's not as bad. Alright, so yeah, where did we leave off last time? Oh boy, that's a hard one. I really don't remember. Think, didn't I have, I thought I had a job that I didn't quite finish. Yeah, I think we've got to finish a trailer. Trailer. Yeah, a container job that I didn't finish. I have 265,000. See, once again, this is one of those things where, okay, I'm gonna have to spend 300 to get out there. Alright. Alright, well this will get us there in no time. Controls feel a little loose, you know? I mean, everything feels a little slidey. I mean, I'm barely moving and this thing's just sliding around the place. Feels a little weird. Feels a little weird. Oh, good grief. Well, we managed to navigate our way around that mess. So yeah, we're going to continue that container job, I think, from last time, the other half of it. So that should be, what, 30 minutes or something? But yeah, you've undoubtedly noticed by now, probably, that we've changed times for everything. For example, this is now happening 6 to 9. 6 to 9. So yeah, hopefully that isn't a problem for everyone. We moved the streams to later in the day just to make things more viable for editing videos, because there haven't been any videos going out to any of our channels as of late, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Part of it is a production issue. Well, actually, it's all production issues, really, but one of the issues is because of just hot temperatures. Now that I think about, why am I heading this way? Seriously, why is it so slidey? Do I need to replace the tires? Is that it, or? Oh, yeah, what? That was weird. There's a lot of weird things going on. First of all, I can't remember how to change view. Yeah, that's headlight. I'm having to remember to control because I was playing Farming Simulator, and that has just really messed up my my control knowledge. Everything's just different. Alright, there we are. That's the button. That's right. That's the button for first-person view. There we go. Much better. But yeah, so production issues, you know, I've been saying about it because I want to make sure everyone gets the message on what exactly is going on with it. Basically, we haven't been editing videos because, temperatures, you know, it's less temperature intensive to stream than to record and edit videos. You know, because streaming is actually less intensive than the recording process. You know, we stream at 1080p. We record at you know, we record at 4K. You know, the difference is considerable in terms of the processing power, time it takes us to do things. With streaming, we just, you know, we pretty much sit here for 3 hours and do everything. Recording and editing, that could be like, you know, it depends on what it is. Some things we can actually have recorded and edited in like an hour because there's really little work that needs to be done, and then the production time on that is like another 20 minutes. Ooh dear. I forgot about these metal railings here. Did I go past the No, it's still up ahead. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's just production. Crying out loud. Why are there so many barriers? And they're not even safe barriers, that's the thing. These are barriers, you know, pretty much designed to kill people at this point. In this game, those walls are not safety barriers at all. Nor are those metal bar thingies. None of this is safe. Yeah, I forgot how weird the traction is in this game. I think that's what it is, because it's been a while since I played it. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Firefighting Simulator, Ignite. I was playing Farming Simulator. You know, all these games have different controls, which doesn't make it any easier. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go. Now, let's do this. How much? I mean, it's like 20,000, isn't it? Why not? Oh, this is only going to pay 10,000. I don't even know where we're going. I just accepted it. We might be going just some ridiculous distance. Maybe I shouldn't be in first person for this. There we go. Alright, we're getting a little bit of an idea for the handling of this vehicle, and it's not ideal. But yeah, the other thing is that Wednesday we were supposed to have another Farming Simulator stream, and I've come to realize that maybe I need to have 2 days off from streaming. Because, yeah, Wednesday morning I just was feeling awful. Nothing got done on Wednesday, and it affected today even, because in addition to streaming yesterday, I was also supposed to record something, and it just wasn't working out. Yeah. You'll never catch us, Copper. Yeah, just yesterday was awful. Wow, this vehicle has like no turn. Which is strange, because, I mean, it's pretty much the same size as my vehicle, and yeah, it can handle the turns very well. Not that I drive like this in my vehicle in real life, but, you know, you get the point. The point is that, you know, the vehicle has no steering, really. Oh, we're in sport. Well, that explains what's going on with some of the things. We'll leave it in sport. I'm used to driving in comfort and stuff. Oh dear. Yeah, this thing. We weren't that much damage. Was there a cheeky update that I didn't catch on to? Yeah, this is a terrible getaway vehicle. Why did this person think, oh, let's use this as a getaway vehicle? It's terrible. Should we also pick up a hitchhiker? Let's not. But yeah, oh, we still got the... Alright, well, if we just wait, we should be fine. I mean, we just gotta wait a few seconds. Alright. There we go. And now we, hang on, let's do it this way. We hide the evidence. Just gonna hide the evidence. Okay, we're not hiding the evidence. It's too heavy for me to push. Yeah, that brings back memories of trying to push a car up a driveway that just didn't work. That thing was not gonna go up that driveway. Too steep. Alright, so now we can get back to our regularly scheduled job. Actually, since we're right here, I've been meaning to get the bike here. Let's just do that. There we go. And we'll take the bike. I like to use the bike as my get-around vehicle. It's probably not the smartest get-around vehicle in the game because, well, too much power, too much speed, too tempting to drive like a nut. I mean, I'm sure. What? Did it change my, No, okay, it says this is the quickest way there. I'll trust the GPS. Hopefully I don't get stuck in a desert somewhere for following it. Just wait. Okay, yeah, I guess this is the quickest way. Yeah, alright, we're just gonna do off-roading. In a bike that's not meant for off-roading. I should have gotten the other bike if I was going to do that. I'm resisting from doing the jump, everyone. I'm resisting from doing the jump. Okay, so, we gotta pick up the job from last week. Also, in case anyone's wanting to take bets on if adventorizon Live will be cancelled this week, have at it. Cat and Neb said they are going to be here, and we should be, you know, they won't be here for Halloween, so probably won't be a stream on Halloween. Honestly, in my experience, whenever we do an event on Halloween, not too many people show up, so it's not worth doing. And they never show up, so yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're always busy that day. I get it. I gets it. It's fine. So yeah, this year, I'm not even planning on doing anything. But I finally learned after like 10 years. After 10 years, I finally learned my lesson on this. More than 10 years. Okay, there's me truck. Alright, time for a hauling job. Big Blue Container, Part 2. Here we go. Should I get gas? I don't think I need to get gas. Not yet, anyways. I'll probably get it at that one service station. Yeah, we will want to be in first person point of view here. follow cam, not ideal. Yeah, we made it that far, and then we got distracted by another job. I've forgotten how much fun the NPCs are in this game. Now, if you were to ask me, would I rather take the AI in, this game, or the AI, oh, let's just call them NPCs, AI is too generous. Would I rather take the bots in this game, or the bots in Firefighting Simulator Ignite? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm leaning Firefighting Simulator Ignite right now, but if I was playing Firefighting Simulator Ignite, I'd probably be saying the other way. But yeah, on Tuesday, had a great revelation regarding why the bots in that game are so bad. I finally figured out what it is. And it's because it's not probably actually any kind of, it's a decision tree that is based entirely on pathing. And so if it can't see a path, or if the paths are hard-coded, which I'm not certain on, basically, if they don't see a path, then it doesn't exist as far as they're concerned. And therefore, the decision tree is much more limited. Specifically, I can tell them, hey, go put out the go rescue this person, but they'll be like, I don't see a path to that person. Therefore, that person doesn't exist, so therefore I'm going to go off and do whatever I want. And in particular, that was awful because I tell them search and rescue, and they won't do it, so yeah. Here, it's a case of, the speed limit is one thing, and they will not drive, they'll typically drive half the speed limit in the game. And for every turn, they're going to brake, rather than just, what it is that with this one, I don't think they have kind of like foresight, if you will. Specifically, the way you'd want to code it, we're just going to treat this as kind of like a stop sign, where those people on the left there don't have any, say in what's going on. So specifically, I think the way the NPCs work in this game, they react only to what's immediately in front of them. They don't. There's not really any foresight. So specifically, a normal, a person in real life would say, okay, I'm coming up the hill, so I gotta, really punch it here. And then I'm going to be going down the hill, and I might have to, I'm going to want to take my foot off the gas here and just kind of coast down. No, they're gonna, just really apply brake and stuff. It's basically foot on gas or foot on brake with them. Likewise, another kind of example of this is that, approaching a turn, most people are going to say, hey, I see a turn's coming up ahead there, so I should take my foot off the accelerator, kind of just slow down, naturally there and stuff without braking. And then if I need to apply some brake, I'll apply some brake. No, they're just gonna keep slow sending it until they, at their max speed, which is half the speed limit, and then they're gonna get to the turn, and then they're going to apply brake. Even if they didn't, were already going slow enough where they probably didn't need to apply brake, they're gonna apply brake. That's the conclusion I've reached. That said, how would I set this up as far as coding? Well, I mean, I don't know how it's set up already in the game as far as the NPCs and stuff, but if I see no reason why it's not possible to keep the existing coding, but specifically ahead of turns put like some kind of a zone that tells them not, to just coast. Coast zones before turns. Or have it be specifically if they're traveling in a specific direction that these kick into play. Something like that should be manageable, I would assume. But then again, I don't know how they're coded, so my assumption about being able to put like a coast zone before turns may not work. Again, directional dependent. So yeah, not sure what really works for that. For me, I suppose the issue with the game and the the NPCs and their driving is just that, yeah, early access game, I get it. I'm all for early access. I don't have any complaints about early access in general. I mean, I knew a game that was in early access for like 10 years. And then it finally released, and it's like nothing's changed as far as the, difference between early access and... actually, I know 2 games that are kind of like that. If anything, updates have been less frequent. Yeah, saw that coming. But yeah, it just, I wish we'd get some fixes to the NPC driving, and stuff, improve. Because I think that's what, a lot of people have issues with and stuff. I mean, I love the updates that we've been getting, I love the new content and stuff for this game. It's just that I'd like to see Motortown fix some of the, I'd like to see a fix for something that everyone pretty much complains about. New vehicles are nice, but I think most people would be more satisfied if the drivers, the NPCs were just a little better. Ooh, cut it kind of close there. Alright. So yeah, we'll fill it up here, and then we won't have to stop for gas for a while. I say stop for gas, but it's not gasoline. It's diesel. This is the problem with stopping here for gas. It's always a problem with the traffic. And again, this is a case of, can we get traffic lights that, function? That intersection needs a traffic light. But yeah, for me, in the last update, we got some new houses and stuff, which we did need. And, that certainly was on the list here and stuff, because the options that were available was like, Now we've got more options. I haven't really had time to look at them. Maybe that will be the goal for now. Now that we've got, the semi and stuff, maybe that will be the goal, is to get a better house, Maybe that should be the goal. I mean, it's kind of hard picking goals in this game because, it's not really the destination, it's the journey in this game. But I kind of like that, it's a nice relaxing journey. Alright, moment of relaxation is over. Time for the stress, because we're going to start going uphill here. So yeah, I think, you know, I think we've got a lot of good content here. I know that, you know, we've got hints for what's to come and stuff, you know, more racetrack stuff, you know, like a dedicated dirt track possibly, and, you know, we've got the drag strip kind of going in there and stuff, which, you know, great. Especially racing needs more fleshing out in this game. Although it's best enjoyed in multiplayer, obviously, and stuff. You know, otherwise it's not really. I mean, there's the time attacks and stuff, but, again, as I said, I feel like, you know, the thing that everyone complains, not necessarily it's the biggest complaint, but it might be in some ways the most frequent, because everyone does it, and they're going to say it maybe like multiple times in days, that the NPCs, their logic in driving, and this is a perfect example, that the speed limit's 90, they won't go above 40 downhill, with, you know, they're braking like crazy. I think we need to work out how they handle the drive and stuff. And part of the problem with that is, maybe it's not really the NPCs that's the problem. Maybe it's just, you know, the physics. Maybe it's how they, you know, maybe it's the control issue. You know, the game has a hard time controlling it. Which then, once again, brings up, you know, are the speed limits appropriate for the roads and stuff, you know? I don't fit, you know, the type of roads that we are on and stuff, the speed limits are appropriate for. But the actual shape of the roads, they're not. You know, 90 kilometers for a road this bendy kind of is well, maybe not specifically this one, but some of the others, you know, the speed limits just don't apply to the actual contours of the land and the roads and the way they're shaped. So it makes it where it's hard to control it. And once again, that could be simply because of, you know, maybe vehicles slide around too much in this game. I don't know really what to say on that. I mean, it's one of those things where you could easily blame one thing for everything, or you could blame a couple things for a lot of things, or, you know, and then once again, maybe the thing is, you know, just accept it the way it is and enjoy the game. Of course, that then brings back the, well, can we at least do something about the NPC logic? Like this bit right here. There's no need to be braking. There's no need to be braking. We're going... this is what gets you, is the fact that they just constantly brake for every turn. This is why I said there's gotta be like, there's gotta be a fix for this. Well, he's at least turning here. I don't know if that van really is best equipped for that road. But yeah, I like the game. It's just that the NPC drivers really kind of make it a bit more difficult than what it's supposed to be. Just because they just do not, you know. Again, I would agree that, you know, see, 60 is a bit fast, yet the speed limit's 90. This really shouldn't be more than 60, and then Trex should be maybe going like 50. He says as he goes 67, 68, 69, 70. Oh joy, and now it's raining. Ooh. The AC, I think, just kicked on right when it started raining, so now it actually feels like, you know, that coolness that comes with the rain. I feel like I'm getting the full immersive simulation right now. Yeah, it did. I'm pretty sure it did kick on. What timing? Looks like the rain might cut out just as we enter the desert. Nope. But yeah, I would like to see more done with the desert and stuff. You know, I kind of like the desert in this, which is funny because in real life I'm not really a desert person. But in this game, you know, there's something about the desert that is like, yeah, this is nice. You know, just driving through. Probably because, you know, childhood, I have a lot of memories of driving through desert. Well, sort of a lot of memories. There's some damage due to COVID there, but yeah, you know, when I was younger, a lot of vacations involved driving through desert areas and stuff. Come to think of it, in some ways, you know, we have a pretty you know, diverse environment in this game. And, you know, that's one of the things, you know, it would be awful if it was all the same. But at the same time, I feel like the transitions are a little harsh, and some areas are kind of just too small. You know, it's like micro biomes and stuff in there. The desert transitions are pretty good. It's once again, you know, sometimes I just feel like this game has a bit of an identity crisis in terms of, you know, okay, it feels like it's, you know, it's obviously a fictitious area, but here we have like an American, you know, desert scenery here with the cacti and whatnot. You know, this mostly makes me think, I don't know why, of like Arizona, maybe parts of Mexico and stuff. But anyways, you know, so I'm getting that vibe. Yet, you know, we have South Korean flags and stuff, which, you know, that's fine. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. The map is certainly unique. Would I change the map, you know, and stuff? Well, I mean, in a sense, yes, in that I probably would have created a map like this. That's not to say that I would have created better, certainly not. I get, you know, when it comes to, like, creating settings for things, whether it be a story or a game or, you know, any kind of thing like that, I kind of get a little too involved. Well, involved isn't the right word. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, you know, and I'm my own worst critic with stuff. I mean, I will sit there and I will look at something and be like, nope, we gotta redo this. I think it drives everyone at adventorizon a little bit nuts because it's like, this isn't good enough. It's like, no, it's good enough. Just put it out. No, it's not good enough. We can do better than this. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, I'm going, oh, we can't. But you see, that's just it. You know, if I were creating this map, you know, I probably would have gone for. Ah, man, I don't know. Alright, see, that's just it. I mean, it's hard for me to say what I would do different, largely because, you know, because I probably wouldn't have done it the way it's done, but once again, that's not necessarily a good thing, you know. This might be the best, you know, best way this could be done. It's kind of just this thing about how I think I probably, you know, going off of this would have put more islands and stuff, and have each island have, you know, kind of like more limited biomes to it, in some sense. I mean, the small island, ooh, you know, it's pretty much just one biome, the whole thing, minus the mountain and stuff. And see, that's kind of just it. I think, you know, I think I know what I would have done. I probably would have put a mountain range running through the big island here. So the mountain range would have had like snow, and we would have had trees and stuff. One side would have had like, you know, more, you know, like moist environment, and then on the other side desert, because, you know, that's what mountains do. You know, one side's going to be a desert, and the other side's going to get all the rain and stuff. So I probably would have ended up doing something like that. this. With that in mind, it probably would have, you know, if I had been doing it, it probably would have changed things very differently for the game, because what would have ended up happening probably is that, you know, that mountain pass, you know, you might need, like, you know, it would have created, like, some natural terrain barriers to where you have to have, like, certain vehicles and stuff to get over certain bits. And then at that point, it's starting to feel a little bit like SnowRunner in a way, you know. Certain vehicles are better for certain things. Which this has that. I mean, there are some vehicles that are good for off-road, and there are some vehicles that are terrible for off-road, but do much better on, like, the highway and stuff. Jackknifed it. I knew it was going to happen too. I lost just a little bit of control. I almost recovered too, but I was a little too harsh on the recovery. But yeah, I probably would have, I don't know, I feel like, you know, if you base the islands somewhat off of actual continents and stuff here, and then you just link them all with bridges, I think that would be pretty cool. Again, you know, have like the Rocky Mountains separating, you know, a more desert environment from more wet environments and stuff. Have the Pacific Northwest forests and stuff. Basically, just take the map from, you know, just take the recreation of the United States and the Crew 2, you know, just use that as your inspiration, and you've got a pretty good map there as far as the diversity of biomes. Still, you know, you know, these are all, you know, my thoughts and critiques of the game. The developer just does really well job, a good job. As I said, the only real, you know, I only have like 2 things that are like nitpicks that I always end up coming back to, it seems, and that's how the economy is handled, which I'm going to criticize that in every game. That you know, that's like my specialty, essentially. And in many regards, it is actually my specialty. But yeah, criticizing, you know, economies in games is pretty much my specialty. So it's a given it's going to happen here. And as I said, the NPC logic is just, it really needs to be an overhaul and stuff. And I'm sure we'll get that eventually. At least I really hope so. I really hope so. I mean, that would be the most disheartening thing to hear, is that, you know, after the game's released, it's like, okay, we're gonna have like 1 or 2 more updates on the game, and then, you know, it's done. And none of those updates are going to involve NPC fixing it. That would be the most disheartening thing for me to hear with this game. But I will wait. I will wait patiently, because this really is a great game. I mean, if you look at games like, you know, American Truck Simulator and European Truck Simulator stuff, I haven't actually played them myself. Largely because I know they're going to be stressful for me. I know they're just going to be more stressful than enjoyable. This game's enjoyable. You know, it's a lot more relaxed. Probably because I mostly play single player, and if I am playing multiplayer, it's with friends who, yeah, it's just their chaos is just gonna be the fun kind of chaos. You know. If I played more, you know, multiplayer games, I'd probably have more gray hair. I mean, I know Josh Neb is personally responsible for a streak that just, I hide it well, but there's a streak of just gray hair. Just, it's not even gray, it's actually just silver. It's like the transparent silver. It's like what you'd expect to see on, you know, one of the elves in Lord of the Rings or something, you know. I mean, it's, yeah. I know he's responsible for that streak. Actually, that reminds me, I haven't really talked much about the Saturday Minecraft thing. So, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't had time to test, the mod pack fully, but I think we're still on track for a November 1st debut. I think we're still on track for that debuting November 1st. If it doesn't, I'll be just really kind of bummed out because I'm looking forward to it. The problem is that, it relies on one mod, and that mod, it actually involves levels. There's levels to, it's everything's gonna scale and stuff to whatever level you're, it's like, okay, if we have, let's just use a single player example. If I'm level 5, then the monsters are gonna be like around, like up to, I think it's like 2 levels above me. Each mob has a different level and stuff, and it's dynamic and whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of hard to test some things because different things become more available as you progress and stuff. So it's kind of this issue of, okay, we're not going, we don't have enough time to fully test the mod to make sure everything's working and balanced with everything here. But it's more so I know the mod works well and stuff. I've used it before many a times. It's recently had some updates to it and stuff. But we'll have to see on that. We'll have to see on how that works out. So this is the part of driving through the desert where you kind of start to go like desert blind, Actually, you know what? I take back everything I said earlier there about, how I would have done things. For this island, I probably would have just basically done Australia. Have the entire middle bit be, this harsh desert environment stuff. And then have the coastal regions be nice and lush, I probably would have just done Australia for this island. I mean, it pretty much already feels somewhat like Australia as is. So, you might as well just go full in at this point. I mean, we have the mining, kind of here. But yeah, you could put, like, Uru, I can never say it right, Urulu, or, also known as Ayers Rock, right there in the middle. The funny thing is, how, the name was kind of officially changed. I say kind of for a reason. And so, everyone I knew when the change happened was like, okay, well, we're going to call it, we can't call it Ayers Rock anymore and stuff. But every Aussie I know, they still refer to it as Ayers Rock. They're like, yeah, I mean, it's changed, but yeah, both are just said, and it's like, oh, really? Okay. So it's acceptable to just still refer to it as Ayers Rock? It's like, yeah, we don't. Okay. I guess. I mean, bear in mind, none of those, I'm sure the Aborigines have a different thing to say on that, but, honestly, I for the most part don't really care what it's, called. Both sound pretty cool in my opinion. Both names are pretty cool. So rather than looking at it as there's a police car in front of me and that's going to dictate how fast I drive and stuff, I'm going to look at this as I have a police escort. just driving in front, making sure the road's clear for me and stuff. No one's going to interfere and whatnot. It's great. It's great. Also, kind of helps with making sure I don't just completely mess up on a curve because I'm driving too fast. Which I'm known to do, especially in the desert. But yeah, Friday, we should have Adventorizon Live happening. It is on the schedule. It is confirmed, but as I've learned, I've learned we can't really, you know, because of the, you know, just how busy and complex Cat and Neb's lives are, I've learned do not count on Adventorizon Live happening on Fridays. It's you know, what I like about live streaming is now everyone kind of understands what it's like to be me and Scarlet to some degree. You know, because we'll have something scheduled, and then it's like, yeah, the pipes just burst in our house. We gotta deal with that. We can't get on. Okay. I mean, that one was memorable. Because it actually happened right after we had kind of gotten started. But yeah, it's stuff like that. If there's something that's gonna happen, it feels like it's gonna happen on a Friday night for them and stuff. If I could, I'd move Adventorizon Live to another day, but can't do that because that's literally the, you know, one day that I'm able to get both of those two in the doing stuff. As I said, that's the wonderful thing about streaming Adventorizon Live, because we did record stuff and, you know, now everyone sees why recordings just don't work out. I mean, sometimes something will happen and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to hear from them for a month. Because they got to deal with stuff. You know, life happens. And to be honest, the last few months have kind of been a disappointment in terms of what we've got scheduled and stuff. For example, the game that was supposed to be recorded yesterday but didn't happen because I was feeling absolutely awful was Dispatch. In hindsight, that was probably not a good idea. In hindsight, Dispatch, it's just not. How do you edit that into video? You know, into videos and stuff. You know, you just can't really. You know, convert it. You just end up with like a 40 or 50 minute video, which if you haven't played Dispatch yet, it's really good. It is really good. You know, I love the humor in it. And admittedly, I've already discovered that, yeah, I've kind of got, you know, this favorite character that is just going to continuously appear in the whole thing. That's right, it's not 30, it's 40. Ooh, boy. Jackknifed it right at the end. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Do we want to pick up another container? Do we? We can take these two 20-footers to the refinery. That would be a good idea. We are probably overweight. Really, this port is just chaotic, let's be honest. This port is just a chaotic mess. The other one is so much nicer. Not, once again, that's not a complaint about the gate. I mean, it kind of fits, you know, it works. Yeah, we're at 44.3 tons. So 4.3 over. Yeah, I have to say, so starting in November, we should see more. We should see more content, being uploaded to my channel and stuff. And honestly, maybe Minecraft won't be streamed. Maybe the Minecraft pack shouldn't be streamed. Maybe it should just be going out as a video. I hadn't even really considered this until now, but maybe it should just be a video going out on my channel. I hadn't really thought of that until just this moment. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the Minecraft mod pack should just be, maybe it shouldn't be streamed on Saturdays. I don't know. It's kind of a mixed feeling on that. Oh boy, we need more powerful engine. I mean, the goal is, of course, to, get us leveled up to where we can get, more powerful semi here that will really just haul it. It's just another thought has occurred to me regarding just the idea here of it's kind of funny because of a bridge might say that you can't have a vehicle, the gross vehicle weight limit on this bridge is, let's say, 40 tons, right? But then you get a truck that comes along. It's like 3 trailers, alright, 3 trailers. And combined, it's, say, 45 tons, alright, spread across 3 trailers. The gross vehicle weight is over limit there. But, if you got 2 trucks that are each 40 tons there and stuff, they're occupying roughly the same space as the single truck with 3 trailers. If they're both 40 tons, that's 80 tons on the bridge as a result of that. Instead of the one vehicle that's 45 tons. So, it's just something interesting there as far as like a bridge weight thing. But most vehicle weight limits, it's another safety thing to it. It's not just a matter of like the structural integrity of a bridge or just the damage it does to a roadway. It also has to deal with the fact that you have to be able to stop that vehicle. And, when your vehicle is like, say, 50 tons, stopping that vehicle is, kind of a risky endeavor and stuff, so that's why, vehicle, that's one of the reasons why, gross vehicle weight matters. It's not just the idea of, this bridge can only take so much weight. I mean, that's why they call it a safety thing. Oh. Boy, I just realized the fun I'm going to have dropping backing this up. But yeah, we need to get some containers to gas core here because we need to focus on getting our fuel production line going. Maybe that will be the goal for today. I mean, I love how I'm a third of the way into the stream and I still haven't really settled on what our goal is to try and accomplish. Partly because it's, the last goals I've set, you know, it's taken multiple streams to achieve, and I'd like to set a goal that we achieve in one stream. Yep, here comes the backing it up. Humongous distance. We're actually doing pretty well. We're pretty straight right now. Ooh, no, that. Alright, hard. Wow, this is actually pretty well done. Well, not perfect, but pretty good. Alright, that was a quick and easy 7K. But it's also time for the break, so we're gonna have our quick break here, and then we'll take this back and find another job. Maybe it will be another container job. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying the container jobs, but I feel like we need to do something a little bit more exciting. We'll see. All right, BRB.
Okay, you do that.
Where did you come from?
That corner.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. If you ask where she came from, I found the exit.
Where
by
are
the way.
you from?
Josh Neb, when a mommy and a daddy like each other very much.
Where did she come from? Where did she go?
Where did she come from? We don't know.
Where did she come from,
I'm just a little
weirdo?
concerned things could pretend to be us.
Oh. I'm dead. I'm glad to see you have pants on.
He's figured out
Oh,
the use of pants.
you've got your skin with pants on. Good.
Yeah, I'm not quite comfortable enough for that yet.
Thank goodness. Please don't get comfortable to where you're gonna take your pants off. Okay. Here. Oh, I got sand on it. Dirty sand at that.
That's okay.
Why did you do that? I mean, he was annoying, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he deserved that. Josh Neb, I would like to point out that Cat is just absolutely beating us. Yeah, that great showing there, Josh Neb. Great showing.
What did you do?
He drowned.
Dead.
Well, you guys do realize that we might need more iron. Yeah, the more concerning thing is the fact that you have nothing because you died. And bear in mind, at least here you can get your stuff back easily. Later on, that's not going to be a thing with Vault Hunters unless you're willing to pay an outrageous amount of money to do so. Use your fist of justice!
Come on. No. I need someone to come and help me kill this. I died again. I can't do this.
Alright.
Can you get me?
The reserves are coming in. Alright, where's your location?
Oh my God. Well, look for it on the map. That's where my body is.
We don't see what you see on the map. Oh,
I'm dead.
boy.
Oh, come on. No. Stop it. Oh, I'm dead. All right, come on. Did you just take stuff?
Yes, he did.
Did you just die again? You're as bad as me.
You guys are both putting in stellar performances here. I clearly assembled a crack team of vault hunting experts.
Did you just die?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh God, they just cornered me and a bed. You're out. Darn it. Nice try, though. Did you just explode?
Look at the chest. Had a chest of bed.
I did warn you about that. Oh.
Have you been giving away money?
No, I've just been really inefficient. It's
Okay.
but that's about the same thing, isn't it?
Bring me my rice cakes. And why haven't I had a
31.
break yet? I think the union
You
has to
don't
hear
get a
about
break.
this.
Okay,
don't
you want
get
a
a
break?
break.
I'll break you.
You don't get a break.
He used the B word here in this supermarket. No.
Yeah.
I need
We will
the toilet.
close.
Poop in your pants, sir. You don't get a. You don't. Oh, hold on, wait. Do you want to know where to?
my manager
Okay. Do you
wears
want to
an
know where to?
adult diaper?
Do you want to know? Well, who's your manager? Choose those words very carefully.
Going way too quickly.
I am my own manager.
I am my own
Someone take it.
manager. Keep telling yourself that.
I keep giving away money by mistake.
Well,
You better not be.
stop doing that. Stop doing that.
There. Okay, go.
My line's getting shorter. Yours is getting longer. What's
know
going
why.
on over there?
People like me more. They like my no-nonsense
No.
attitude.
No. They know that you give away money.
Hey, last time this guy
That's
gave me a hundo.
Whoops.
Headed to second floor.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I don't know why I started to speak like a vampire. Yeah, so... Halloween's coming, I guess that's the simple answer. So yeah, we're gonna take this back, of course, to the docks there. This is kind of the element of the game that I've always wondered about. Did they just unload the stuff? Did they load more stuff in, you know? It always seemed to me like, you know, containers should just go both ways with that, you know. I shouldn't be, you know, I should be dropping off the container and stuff, and then again, I guess, you know, often in real life now, the trailer just kind of waits there and stuff. I don't know, and I'm not, I guess it's fun, you know, I guess this, you know, this mechanic works. It just feels a little funny to me, you know, regarding dropping, you know, loads off with the truck and stuff, and when you're doing containers and stuff. It just feels a little odd. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is I think we will focus on the field production. So we're going to have 300,000 coins here soon. So what we can do is we can invest those coins in maybe a vehicle that will transport crude oil to the refinery, and then take fuel from the refinery to the oil well. And so that will start, you know, that will jumpstart the production of fuel, oil, you know, all that good stuff. Because that's going to be, you know, that literally fuels other businesses in the game. So I think that's what we're going to focus on here for the rest of the stream, is doing that. And to help further boost that production, I might just do container jobs here. Although, really, that's another thing that can be automated in this, well, I shouldn't say automated, but have, you know, hire another driver to just drive the container trucks from, like, the docks here to there. You know, once again, it's not about the money they'd be making with that trip. It's about, you know, just supplying them with containers and crude oil so that they just start pumping out fuel, and then we can do stuff with that fuel. Yeah, I think that's the plan, and all of that should be able to be accomplished this stream. It's just kind of a matter of the money, which we'll have, as I said, 300,000. So that'll be. I'm trying to remember how much, you know, some of the tankers cost and stuff, and what tanker do I really want to do? Do I want to just do a small tanker, or no off-roading? That's all right. I mean, generally the smaller, you know, the last time I did this, the smaller ones were all right, and that will be fine for now. I mean, they make so many regular trips. Plus, we kind of just have to scale production as we go, so it should be fine. It should be fine. It's a plan. Another 7K. How do I want to handle this though? Alright, what I could do. First of all, do we still have, you know. Ooh, that's a 40-foot container going there. Another one would pay 12,000 each. It's not really directly related to our goal. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. Let's get fast travel access for 8,000. 4 hours. And what we'll do, we will, what am I doing? I need the map. Let's fast travel. Back here. And then what we'll do, we'll summon the motorcycle. We'll go to the dealership there for the trucks, and let's yeah, this is something that really didn't need first-person perspective in a sense. Oh boy. Try and hold on to your lunch or dinner, everyone. Whatever, maybe you're having breakfast even right now, depending on where you are in the world. Just hold on to your stomach. Ooh. Yeah, let's not pass the police officer. I mean, we don't have that far to go. Alright, there we go. Got it. I would love to get Neb in here and do a race on the bikes like this. Rule being, it has to be in first person. But what kind of race would it be, you know? I mean, personally, I've always liked the, I think they call them aggregated, you know, kind of races where it's, okay, what position were you in longest and stuff, you know, what's your aggregate position and stuff. Those ones are always kind of fun. Because that's where, you know, technically the guy in second place may win the race because he just stayed in second place. Then try and take first. Meanwhile, the first person just keeps wrecking, and the third place person, he'll... Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, we'd be dead. We'd be dead. What gets me is that there were 2 of those trucks. It's like, okay, wow. There were 2 of them there. And they ran afoul of each other. Yeah, this is a good... Oh, here we go again. I'm trying to convince everyone, don't drive like this in real life. It's not gonna end well. There we go. It won't end well if you drive like that. Actually, we need to get this repaired, so we'll take it into a repair. We'll take it into the repair bay. I wonder how it got so damaged. Yeah, I lent it to a buddy. That's what happened. All right. Forgot to turn it off. Okay, there we go. So you're 150,000. You're 110. I'm trying to remember what's your 6,000 liters for the tank. $7,000 for the tank. And isn't there an additional option? I remember there used to be an additional option or something. Oh, yeah. This little guy for 60. And you got 5,000. I mean, the Brutus is kind of overkill. I mean, it really... Brutus tank is kind of overkill. But... if I ever need to take it off the job to do something else, the Brutus is, you know, the way to go. That said, 110,000 versus, you know, 150. I mean, for 1,000 liters more, is 1,000 liters really worth? Kind of have to just do the math in my head here. It will pay for itself over time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is an investment. I could also just get another semi of some kind. It doesn't even have to be a really good semi, it just has to, you know, and put a tanker on that, and then it can haul a humongous amount. Might have to get a tanker for it as well, but 130, 180, 220, 400, 300, 120. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to haul the big tanker, are you? This is hard. This is a hard decision. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy the I'm going to go with the Brutus tanker, and later on I'll upgrade to a semi with a big tanker, and then we'll be able to use the Brutus tanker ourselves for some jobs. So let's go ahead. I want to change the paint scheme on the Brutus tanker. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to change the paint scheme on the Brutus tanker yet, because this one works better for what it's going to be doing. So let's just I think I stopped it. Nope, it's there we go. All right. Let's go to the company menu. We're going to add a vehicle, Brutus tanker. We're going to need to create a new route. Truck route. Right, so you're going to be going to the oil well. You're then going to be going to the refinery. I want to make sure I do this. Yeah, this is Terra Factory. What am I doing? I was going to say, that's not right. Yeah, so you're going to be going to the crude oil drop-off, and then you're going to be getting the fuel. Then you're going to be heading back to OG drilling. OG drilling, oil refinery, drop-off oil refinery. Yep. All right, just making sure everything is correct with it. Let's do let's just do oil refinery. All right, so vehicles, we're gonna assign that vehicle to a route. Assign route. Keep switching between route and route. You know, I'll leave notify cargo delivery on for the moment. Why is he driving so slow? Oh. Oh, you're damaging my vehicle. I don't care if you are like my twin brother. I'm gonna have to fire you at this rate. Okay, there, that's taken care of. I mean, we could put multiple trucks on that route, I suppose, but nah. Alright, so let's see here. We got that squared away. So the only other thing we could do is get a semi truck to, you know, transport containers there and stuff, but we'd have to buy another semi. Let's just not for now. Should we teleport back to the here and we teleport back to Dassa Harbor? Yeah, let's fast travel back to Dassa Harbor. Then we'll do another container run here. Okay, so we're specifically interested in what's going to the oil refinery there. They're willing to pay more for us sending the 220-footer containers. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's heavy. It's heavy. Oh, is it heavy. And we look like the Christmas Express. We've got two bright red containers and a green, you know, truck. Oh boy. As I said, the Christmas Express is on its way. I'm scared to see what our gross vehicle weight is, because I know it's heavy. I know this is a heavy boy. We are so overweight. 53.8 tons. Oof. And two of our axles are just dying. Okay. Oh, we don't have far to go. This is all for, you know, this is all for our oil operation. We're doing it for you. Oh, good grief. this drops out third gear, we might as well just switch over probably to 6-wheel drive. Or 4 low, actually. Yeah, this was a wake-up call. Once this is stable, we are definitely going to be getting some we're definitely going to be shifting our focus towards upgrading the truck as soon as we can here, because it's heavy. Oh, is it heavy? Come on. Don't do it. Yes. Okay. Alright, here we go, another hill. Come on, Christmas Express. It's not so express, is it? Yeah, I think we gotta get some train stuff on here as well. Maybe it will do that on Saturdays and stuff. Maybe shift it to, okay, train stuff on, like... Okay, maybe firefighting simulator shifts to Monday. Trucking Tuesday? No, that's kind of the Obscast thing, but yeah, we can borrow it from them. I don't think Simon will going too much. They're a little tied up at the moment anyways. So yeah, we'll do that. Motortown Tuesday, basically. Okay, I gotta slow it down here. Because we're actually at risk of tipping. Wednesday, as I said, I might have to just take Wednesdays off, because that was kind of a lesson about doing it 2 days in a row like that. Oh man, I'm going to be doing it 3 days, you know. There's also toying with the idea of 6 to 9 on Friday, as well as Adventorizon Live, since Adventorizon Live is so irregular at the moment. Okay, here we go. We just need some speed from this hill. Come on, speed. I am speed. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it up the hill. Oh, I got distracted and looked away and then turned and oh dear. I mean, we'll make it, but come on, Christmas Tree Express. Oh, somehow it turned into Christmas Tree Express, not Christmas Express. Okay. Just gotta squeeze through here now. You know, just trying to control 53 tons of vehicle with something that's really not meant to control 53 tons of vehicle. Alright. I even remember my turn signal this time. Okay. Now we just gotta back her up. It's just not the same without the backup sound, you know, the beep, 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 beep. It's just not the same. Oh, I'm off target again. Worse than last time, too. Alright. Actually, what I should do... Somehow I doubt our truck has even made it to pick up the oil that we just got. Where is it? Okay. Oh, it's probably stuck in traffic. It's probably stuck in traffic. This poor... My Brutus tanker will never make it. Because it's got to get through that intersection. Why do we even have that intersection? Poor little guy. Alright. Well, hopefully the Brutus tanker will eventually be able to make it to begin the oil run to the refinery and then fuel to the oil well. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get production up here of fuel so that we can make money off of that. So yeah, okay. This would move to Tuesday, I guess, and then... Oh no, I kind of prefer doing Motortown on Thursday. So okay, but what if we keep Motortown on Thursdays? We move Firefighting Simulator to Mondays. Oh, that's right, we were... Well, no, that's supposed to be a video series. No, that's going to be a video series, not... No, Contractville is going to be not streamed. Yeah, and that's supposed to go out on Sunday. Starting, you know, November 1st with the new schedule. Let me tell you, planning these schedules out isn't fun. Well, I mean, if we want to do that for adventorizon live, yeah, that's up to Cat and them. Yeah, I think that will work. Yeah, that might work. Well, we'll see. So yeah, Firefighting Simulator might move to Mondays, I guess, and then, but well, I mean, really, what train game am I going to do on Thursdays? That becomes the thing. Also, it was originally Transport Wednesday. It was originally Transport Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, it was at the end of every, like... Well, actually, I guess it didn't say Transport Wednesday in it, but yeah, it was originally on Wednesdays that I did Derail Valley, and then it moved to... Well, actually, it wasn't even Derail Valley originally, it was Transport Fever 2. I guess I could do Transport Fever 2. I mean, that pretty much turned into a train game unless you're doing the boat map. Yeah, what a surprise. I didn't make any money today. Well, that's because my Brutus tanker's stuck in traffic. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to check to make sure the notification panel and stuff is working, because I think we got a glitch. Well, I'll explain why I think we got a glitch later. It's something I just saw. Or rather, didn't see. Alright. We're already making back the money invested in the Brutus tanker, which will just be sitting in traffic for the next hour. So yeah, let's see if it actually has moved. Oh good, it's not, I don't see it there anymore. So there it is. It's making its way. And click on that. At least I didn't think I clicked on it. Yeah, it's making its way, the little Brutus tanker. Again, I haven't clicked on that. I'm pretty sure I haven't clicked on that. Yeah, weird. So yeah, could you just check that really quickly for me? Thanks. That would be great. Yeah. I think there's a problem with the notification board. It should be mirrored in yeah, it should be mirrored in that. But that one will be more accurate. It's good? Alright. Yeah, I thought I saw something that showed like notifications not working properly. Alright. Right, so back to focusing on the job at hand. One thing I'd like to do, since this area is now going to start to matter more, maybe we should try and start getting some stuff going here. Make deliveries to there, or we could set up a bus. Buses are pretty good strategy for handling a lot of stuff. It's just that there's not a lot worth doing here. Um, yeah, we could do some ambulance work, I suppose. What's the town areas again? Because yeah, it's got such a small town area too. What do we have here? Oh yeah, the steel mill. We got to get the steel mill going eventually, anyways, because we need the H beams. Yeah, we gotta get those beams eventually for a lot of stuff. I forgot that the steel mill requires limestone, so maybe that should be the next focus once the oil revenue starts coming in. What we'll do, we'll start investing in the limestone, which is always a pain in the rear. It really is a. It's just because we have to set up pretty much 2 truck routes and stuff, and one of them is always going to kind of lag behind the other. Because of this, this stretch right here is just, it's really right in here that it's just really bad. This bit here is not so bad. It's this bit right in here that's bad, and it just kills the vehicles. I mean, if there was ever a time to put a there was ever a time to put a depot, it would be right there. At least they put that gas station there, but we'll be doing fuel deliveries there eventually, I suppose. What we might do to accommodate that is, have a large shipment of fuel be sent here, and then we'll use a small tanker to take it down to the gas station. Transfer. We'll make more money that way by the transfer, technically. Well, no, we have to pick up the job over there, so yeah, we'll have to see on that. But yeah, we'll have to get the limestone operation up and running. And then it's gonna be the issue of, the coal mines and stuff. Yeah, coal mine isn't gonna be fun. Nor is the iron mine. I can never even remember where the iron mine is on the map exactly. Oh yeah, they're both right there. That's right, they're both right there. Ah. Which I think these two could have been spaced out, personally. Yeah, they're gonna want fuel, wood, and planks. The wood lines are not hard to run. Wonder if we could set, like, kind of a transfer point somewhere. And where would be best to do that? Guess the 30 meter by 30 meter. Here, maybe? Not really. I mean, Longines is kind of just off on its own, The better point might be here at the 50 by 50. But that's got that fun route there. But it would be more convenient for transporting towards the steel mill. So maybe set up a depot there that vehicles can access along the way. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, we might as well just do another fuel run. Well, another supply for that. How much? Oh, that's just one thing? Not really worth doing one. Everything else is, just distance. So this is interesting. 25,000 for one container? It's not even that heavy. I mean, 50 feet for that, but that's just... Oh... I don't know. They're all a little far. They're all a little far for my liking. But that one container just does not make any sense. I'm not even sure if I want to do the 25,000 one. I mean, it's not the weight. It's just that uh, that's a commitment there. And last time I did oh, I just feel like there's a better way of making 25,000 in the amount of time it's going to take me to do it. Same thing with like some of these. Ah, what the heck. It's a job. It's a job. But it's not that bad. We can easily pull this without a problem. It's just that it's a little farther than I wanted to go. Because it's not helping with, you know, getting the oil production line going. That's the problem. It's not helping with the oil, which is our primary objective here. Yeah, we're only at 24.5 tons for gross vehicle weight, so yeah, we can easily... Well, our pockets are a little on the light side since, you know, we spent like half our money to get a truck that hasn't made us any profit yet. It's to come. The profit's to come. Well, it's not so much about the profit with, you know, the truck itself. It's about, you know, it's all about that fuel line. Once we get the fuel going and stuff, then we'll be able to start getting, you know, other things going. Specifically, once the fuel's going, I guess we'll turn our attention to limestone. Maybe forestry. Maybe forestry is where we should turn our attention to. Hauling wood. That way, although then we can kind of get started on the mines and stuff. The coal mine and the iron mine. Let me think here on how that's the logistics of that. Because that would be 2 trucks right there for that. Although I could set up 1 truck varying delivery, so, you know, to one mine one time, to another mine the other time. That could work. And then I think honestly it would be better to transport the wood myself to the iron mine, or to the steel mill. Or no, sorry, yeah, to the iron mine it would be, wood to iron mine and wood to coal mine. Nope, that gets automated, but I don't know. It's always how do you want to spend your automation resources in terms of, you know, they take a lot of the headache out of some of the tasks you want to do in the game, but at the same time, they don't really, you know, they don't directly make you a lot of money. You make more money than what they do when you do the routes. So, you know, it's all about unlocking routes that are going to pay more because you've got their input satisfied. If anyone has any thoughts on, you know, what should be done next, you know, what you think the order should be, please feel free to chime in on that. I mean, I definitely think fuel is, you know, a lot of stuff in this game takes the fuel, so that's why I'm just, okay, fuel's easy to set up, you know, just get a tanker truck out there, hauling oil. Bish bash ball, shit's done. It just takes a while for the truck to get out here in the first place. Although, you know, we might actually pass it at some point now. It's a good chance on this route we're driving that pass it. But yeah, we also gotta turn our attention to kind of some of the town bonuses and stuff. I guess we could just, you know, get a trash truck and do some trash pickup, but that's not so good for big island here so much as it is for other areas. So instead, bus routes? Maybe. We could do long haul bus routes. But then we have the decreased regularity of service and stuff. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of ways we, you know, and there might, you know, there's so many factors. There is, you know, like a perfect way of doing things. Jackknifing your trailer is not among them. But I don't know. I just feel like, you know, do you really want to min-max it kind of deal? That might be a little too much strategizing for this. Just a little too much. Actually, this kind of makes sense to do this route because I will need to stop at the gas station for diesel. Gotta fill up. Truck's looking a little empty. One thing I'd like to see is maybe like a tourist resort, you know, have some kind of a hotel. Maybe you take a bus route from like an airport to the hotel, and then you gotta deliver food and stuff to the resort. I think a resort is definitely what this game needs. It's almost time for break, yeah. Will we get this job done this stream? That is the question. Yeah, I'm glad to be streaming this instead of doing videos on it. The main reason being is because, you know, most people don't want to, you know, it's kind of this thing where when it's a stream, you accept that, yeah, I'm going to be watching him drive through the desert for the next, you know, 20 minutes. But I don't want to necessarily watch a video where he's driving through the desert for 20 minutes. I'd rather watch him, you know, making big moves and stuff. So, streaming-wise, you know, I can stream for 3 hours and I have 3 hours worth of content out there. Recording a video for it, I can record for 3 hours and have maybe 20 minutes of video. This game just makes, you know, there are just some games that work better for streaming and some games that work better for recording. Now, the problem that I'm having is Dispatch even, you know, a game that falls into either of those categories? That's the funny thing. Because I was debating, okay, am I going to stream Dispatch? Am I going to record Dispatch? And ultimately, I've done neither of them because, you know, Dispatch is a game that, you know, it's more like watching a TV show than actually, you know, playing a game. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's a form of electronic entertainment. But I can't really say Dispatch is a game so much. Because visual novels, in a sense, it feels like have more effect on the story. You know, most visual novels, the decisions you make have more of an effect on the story, it seems. than what's in Dispatch. And again, this isn't bashing Dispatch, not at all, because it's very enjoyable. It's just that, you know, some games are better for streaming and some games are better for videos, and then some games just, it's hard to, you know, they're fun to do, but they don't really fit either market, you know. It's just something you do because you enjoy it. Well, I think JoshNet might be a bit disappointed that I didn't do a video on Dispatch, simply because now he's going to have to get the game. He's not going to get to watch me do it and say, okay. I mean, to be fair, maybe when the next 2 episodes for Dispatch comes out, maybe I'll do a stream where we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it might make sense for a stream, because 1 and 2, that's like 2 hours, maybe less than 2 hours, might be 90 minutes, it might be an hour and a half. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, that's in theory 3 hours. So all right, yeah, it's time for break, everyone. Yeah, we're 3 minutes past the break time according to studio time. That clock's never quite accurate, but it's close enough. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. You know what, let's... Ooh, I was gonna autopilot, but we gotta stop for gas at that gas station that's up ahead still. Oh well. We'll probably resume after the gas station. Probably, you know, I'll probably pull over there for that and get gas. Should be... Isn't it just up ahead? Yep, it's right there. Alright, yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'll just pull into the gas station, get gas in the, well, diesel, and we'll go on our break. Yeah, that makes sense. That works out. This is actually good timing. Oh boy. Alright, we might have to back up just a touch. Nope, we're good. Alright. See you after the break, everyone. Yeah, can you... I'll do it.
Man, can you imagine wanting to hunt a capture?
I know, what a weird place to haunt. You found the bone?
Yep.
Good job.
You know, maybe the ghost wants some privacy, okay? Let's not judge. Also, Moaning Myrtle haunted the bathroom. Just saying. It's not like there isn't a precedence for this. I'm glad to see you have pants on.
He's figured out
Oh,
the use of pants.
you've got your skin with pants on. Good.
Yeah, I'm not quite comfortable enough for that yet.
Thank goodness. Please don't get comfortable to where you're gonna take your pants off. Okay. I can, as I need up to 9, so, darn, I can't even get potatoes. Alright, we're going
You can't
parsnips.
even afford the cheapest food
jazz
there is.
seeds.
Potatoes?
Jazz seeds are typically good.
Potato.
I
Potato.
can't even afford a potato. Stupid potato.
Perhaps I do not do so well with this vegetable. Stupid potato!
Well, I'll admit, I haven't heard a lot of people cursing potatoes.
I see potato. I see.
Most people who are cursing potatoes are actually cursing a government that forced them only to eat potatoes and then cook them.
Oh my god. JoshNet, you're not allowed to talk for the next 5 minutes. You're going into silent timeout.
Are you kidding me? You went right over the hole.
The whole rejected you on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know a lot about rejection.
We know.
Oh my.
She's so rude when she plays golf. I mean, it's supposed to be a, gentlemanly game, but no.
You're mean, guys. Okay.
I'm mean. You're the one who just went, we know. Thanks.
Well, we've known you a long time, man.
The game locked up again.
Oh, crud, I did not time it right at all. Okay. The game feels bad for me because I don't have friends to play golf with your friends with. I just have these two that take some real interesting enjoyment out of insulting me. My feelings to them are like bubble wrap. It's meant to be popped.
Bubble wrap.
Where?
But that's
Where
fun.
are you going?
Does he ever listen to what I say at all?
I know.
I mean, honestly, it's like I'm talking to a brick wall sometimes. Except for a brick wall is better at listening without interrupting.
I think I might have missed out on a very critical part of this conversation.
I said, I'm stuck playing with these two who my feelings are like bubble wrap to. It's meant to be popped. And you go, yeah, but bubble wrap's fun. I'm glad to hear you don't get that much enjoyment out of popping my feelings, but still.
Sorry. Trying to get the game to work.
That excuse isn't valid all the time, okay?
It's definitely a major distraction currently.
I'm just trying to restock as quickly
we
as
still didn't
possible.
get the lighting fixture.
Nope, we did not.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Oh,
Until there
but
isn't.
I like working in the dark. It keeps me awake and fumbling.
Oh, I gotta get the pasta. It's outside. Let's go. Move.
Okay.
Move your ass.
We need
People.
street lights at the very least. We should talk to the city about this because it's
No.
getting
They'll
way
increase our
dark.
taxes. They will increase our taxes. I will not. I'm not paying for people's lighting.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to pay to supply it myself.
I'm not paying for it in my own
no.
store. Why would I pay for it to light the streets?
Okay, I'm gonna just call the electrician. We'll get this figured out.
I mean, who cares if that mugger mugs that old lady as long as they buy their groceries here?
I see how it is.
As long as the money ends up in my till, who cares?
Seriously.
Well, now I know
Right.
what I need to do. I need to make enough money to become Batman.
Oh, is that what you need? You want to be
Yes,
Batman?
because obviously
That
the
works.
city needs me.
It needs you, huh?
Yes, it needs me. Like any town needs a man wearing a cape who's probably gonna get himself
I'm wearing
killed.
their underwear on the wrong side.
It's an aesthetic choice.
It's an aesthetic choice, you mean? Oh, sometimes I forget.
Okay, welcome back everyone, and what timing is this? Here comes my truck. It's finally at work. It's finally doing some oil deliveries and stuff. So yeah, good. We passed it on the way here. So now we should start to see some, a little bit of company profit from that. Again, it's not going to be much. We make the bulk of the money from doing the jobs ourselves, but we can confirm we have seen the tanker in the wild. It is doing its job now. Well, actually, it's on its way to do the job, but oh dear, we're slowing down. Even if we didn't, we could always, I'm pretty sure this thing will have no trouble switching to low, climbing pretty much any of the hills we're going to encounter. But we shouldn't even need to do that. It should be fine on its own. Here we go. Dirt road ahead. Going to overtake the bus. We're gonna do it. They can't stop us. Clear. All right. So yeah, during the break, I was actually looking at the the initially planned schedule and stuff, and if Wednesdays do get axed, I don't know. I've been told that to axe Mondays and stuff, but I don't know. It's hard because right now, as I said, it's only me pretty much doing producing content at the moment. With the rare exception that Ned and Kat can make it for adventorizon live. Right now it's just me, so I don't. This isn't a boast. Because trust me, it's not. Pretty much doing everything around here, and that's fine. That's to be expected, really. But oh boy, I'm doing too much of the last couple weeks. That was made clear on Wednesday. So, I'm pretty sure what just happened there is our trailer swung around, and we would have been fine. We wouldn't have jackknifed. But I think we may have tapped the vehicle behind us, and that caused us a little bit of spin out there. Okay, I got distracted because I was trying to figure out what was it saying. What was the message that popped up there? Oh, that was just a level 59. I thought it was. I was like, why is it saying minus 900 again? But that was from the level up to driving 59. Yeah, that threw me. That really threw me for a moment there. So, if that... Okay, so we should... Yeah, I mean, we should start to see profit from the oil route soon. Again, it's not going to be much, but as long as it pays for itself, I'm happy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's dropping. Oh boy, it's dropping. but it dropped gears there. Yeah, see, that was part of the problem. We weren't too high of a gear there. Again, for some reason, the gear, the automatic gear shift logic in this is not always the best. Maybe I should take it out of automatic. Problem is, I'm so used to driving with automatic for most things and situations that, unless I'm doing off-road stuff in the game, I forget to shift. Forget to change gears. So it probably is best if I leave it in automatic, but every once in a while it does something where it's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Staying in gear 4 when our speed is just dropping that quickly. And we're right, that's just going to lead to a bad situation. Again, this is one of those things where drop the gear. Just drop the gear. What? There. We need the higher torque at this point. Staying in gear 4 for that is just going to. Oh, I shifted too early on that. There we go. Come to think of it, I haven't really used the manual transmission mode for this truck that much in its current configuration, and I must say it's behaving kind of odd. It's behaving kind of odd. See, now I've forgotten shift. Nope, we're good. Don't be messing around there. Trailer, stay in line. Stay in line, trailer. Seems to be somewhat happy, although I'm a little bit worried about operating at these higher RPMs here and stuff. A little taxing on the cooling. Alright, time for another hill. trying to remember exactly where we are in relation to some of the things. This stretch here, it always leaves me a little bit confused when I'm going this direction. Okay. There we go. Why are you braking for a turn? Alright, so balance 100 minus 118. That's fine because the next one for the company profit should be paid off here. There we go. That time I successfully jumped the corner. This drive is a little stressful. Go. Uh-oh, fuel tanker ahead. Brake. I mean, why do they have to brake so much? They practically want to come to a stop in the turns. Let's avoid a good portion of this nonsense in this area. Oh wait, he didn't have to go this far. I was thinking, past our destination. I'm so used to that intersection, having to navigate it. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to be here. We just need to go up here and deliver. Alright, we've actually made 1,000 there from the Brutus tanker. It delivered 7 crude oil. Really trying to take advantage of that torque there. Alright, this is our delivery point. As usual, we went past it. Alright, we can now return the container. I love how they phrase it. Alright, trucking 60. What? Did I, like, blink and lose, like, a second or two of actual time? Because that... okay, I might have to go back and rewatch the VOD there, because I'm pretty sure the game, like, jumped or something there, you know? I'm really confused on what just happened there. Okay, that one was not actually on me, that last one there. That one was not my fault. Alrighty. Up we climb. Got like laser focus here because it's dark. And any minute now I'm expecting like a deer or something to come out. Driving 60. That's not my tanker. Okay, left. Oh yeah, we should be able to. We'll probably finish this one and then end it the stream there. So we won't really have time to do any other deliveries probably. Shift up. I kind of forgot there for a moment. Oh dear. Alright, where are you headed to? You're headed to Gappa? You know what? That's on the way.
Thank you very much.
We'll take you to Gappa. That's kind of on the way. He's sitting a little too close. I mean, he could be a little closer to the door. You know, there's a good inch, you know, between you and the door. Just, you know, like, scoot over just a tiny bit more, please. I didn't think so. You know, all of a sudden it occurred to me I don't have a waypoint specifically set up so that I make sure I drop you off at where you're wanting to be. So there. I love how it labels him as cargo. He is cargo now to me, nothing more. If it's riding in this vehicle, it's cargo. A little bumpy there. Just adds to the excitement. Alrighty. That turn actually went pretty well. We didn't even have to downshift at all. Again, I'm going to treat this as we get police escort. Yeah, we gotta select a more appropriate gear. So, lower gear. Wasn't paying attention to the RPMs there.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, that's one hitchhiker delivered. Yeah, why would anyone want to live in Gappa? I mean, the nicest building they have is the bus station, let's be honest. It's pretty sad, really. I mean, they have that big bus station for such a small town. Please turn left. Please turn left. They're turning right. Oh no. We're gonna have to deal with them for a little bit. Please turn right, please turn right, please turn right. Yes, they're turning right. Cut the corner a little bit there with that turn, but it's really not a proper intersection. Alright, we've got 22 minutes to finish this job. I think we can do it. Oh man, in addition with, the bus, they could have like, okay, you got, that would all, if we did have a, resort and stuff, that would be interesting regarding, hey, I gotta make my flight, get me there as fast as possible. It would add a whole, it would make the taxi job a little bit more fun maybe, but also, bus service from the airport to the resort. Yeah, I think a resort is definitely what we need. Alright, so my tanker's at 20% maintenance. Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been colossal. Colossal devastation. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with the YouTube stream. Yeah, we might have to stop in at the maintenance place and fix this. Probably wouldn't hurt to get more fuel as well. Yeah, after radio damage, we'll just have to shift early. Yeah, definitely gonna have to stop at the shop there. Alright, let's set a waypoint for that. Don't think we'll need the fuel. Okay, we're gonna pass our own truck here soon. There it is. That's right, you go make me money. This should help take a lot of the strain off the radiator there. Yeah, it took a lot of strain off the radiator. I've got a busted up radiator and engine, and yet, you know, I'm able to... Oh dear. This is, not ideal. We might as well just... We might as well just pretty much come to a stop here. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Trying to make it up here with busted radiator and engine. Keep the RPMs a little on the low side. Alright. nice little cool down and rest. Load up a little speed for the hill here. And once the RPMs drop below 15. Oh, we're good. Okay, oh, we gotta do the maintenance on the Brutus. Company, select. Yeah, 100, done. I'm willing to push the engine a bit here because we're right by the repair station, so we can run it a little harder here. All right. Repair all. Ooh, bit costly. Might still need it in manual transmission, or can I change it back to an automatic, I wonder? Go. Alright, so we got 9 minutes to finish the job. 9 minutes. We can do it. Let's just not crash. That would be a good bit of advice for myself there. Let's not crash into a bus. 103 kilometers per hour. Well, now we're certainly at risk of doing that again. We're really booking it now. This is good. This is a nice pace. So the balance. Oh dear. Well, he could have gotten out of the way. Balance is 1,364. That's good. All right, that's good. We're actually. That's pretty good. Our oil production line is starting to come to life. Okay, so about 5 minutes, alright, 5 minutes to go. We got 5.6 kilometers left in the journey. Sorry, 5.7. 5.8, what? Oh, it's tracking the other marker, right. It's tracking that waypoint I set a while back. So yeah, we don't know how further we have to go. 2.9 roughly. It's longer than that. That's a lot better than the 6.4. Slow it down a bit here. Yeah, we'll make it. Perfect timing, we'll make it. We'll make it perfect timing. I am surprised this has not ended terrible so far. I mean, the way I'm driving on this road, oof. I'd like to say it's because of the high beams. That's right. Drift the semi truck. Put 2 minutes remaining in your stream. We can do it. I mean, we pretty much did it. We will make it right on time. Just gonna blow through the gate. Boom, with like a minute. Yeah, 1 minute exactly to spare. Woo! Alright, well, I think that will do it for the stream, everyone. We accomplished our goal. We set a miniature goal out there, and we accomplished it. It's doing alright. It's doing alright. You know, we're getting our oil circulation going and stuff. So we'll have to check to see how that's doing, next. Ooh, not next week. There is no stream next week. It's gonna be like we have the week off because of, well, not off, but now we got all the other stuff going on this week. You know, different streams and stuff. Well, honestly, that may just get canceled because it's kind of sad, the schedule right now. If we're being fully honest, the schedule's kind of sad. So maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Adventorizon Live probably is happening tomorrow. We shall see. It all depends on what natural disaster occurs that leads to problems for poor Neb and Cat. We shall see. Have a great day, everyone.
I'm trying to give a horseradish to someone.
Why would you do that? Are you trying to get them to hate you?
No, they asked for one.
Oh, they did? Why would
They
anyone
gave
ask
me a
for a
quest.
horseradish?
They're making a soup.
Ah, really nasty soup.
All right, hold on here. What do you have something
I
against
don't like
horseradish?
horseradish.
I feel like this is a personal grudge against horseradish.
Specifically, yes.
All right, I guess I'm just going to
What
bed.
did
That's
it
what
ever do to you, huh?
What did horseradish
hurt
do to
me
you?
once. I was hurt once by horseradish.
No, it was a horse named Radish.
Yeah, exactly. I got kicked in the head.
That explains so much.
Hey, are you trying to insinuate something?
I'm not insinuating. I'm flat out saying it.
I see. Well, I can't be upset about that.
Okay, you
Ooh,
do that.
Where did you come from?
That corner.
Oh, okay.
Urgh.
Ooh,
If you ask where she came from, I found the exit.
where
by the
are
way.
you from?
Josh Neb. When a mommy and a daddy like each other very much.
Where did she come from? Where
Uh-oh.
did she go?
Where did she come from? We don't know.
Where did she come
I'm
from,
just a little
weirdo?
concerned things could pretend to be us.
I'm dead.
Are you kidding me? You went right over the hole.
The hole rejected you on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know a lot about rejection.
We know.
Oh my.
She's so rude when she plays golf. I mean, it's supposed to be a, gentlemanly game, but no.
You're mean, guys. Okay.
I'm mean. You're the one who just went.
Yes.
We know. Thanks.
Well, we've known you a long time, man.
The game locked up again.
Oh, crud. I did not time it right at all. Okay. The game feels bad for me because I don't have friends to play golf with your friends with. I just have these two that take some real interesting enjoyment out of insulting me. My feelings to them are like bubble wrap. It's meant to be popped.
Bubble wrap?
Where?
But that's
Where
fun.
are you going?
Does he ever listen to what I say at all?
I know.
I mean, honestly, it's like I'm talking to a brick wall sometimes. Except for a brick wall is better at listening without interrupting.
I think I might have missed out on a very critical part of this conversation.
I said, I'm stuck playing with these two who my feelings are like bubble wrap to. It's meant to be popped. And you go, yeah, but bubble wrap's fun. I'm glad to hear you don't get that much enjoyment out of popping my feelings, but still.
Sorry. Trying to get the game to work.
That excuse isn't valid all the time, okay?
It's definitely a major distraction.
Oh.